Hi, have you ever tried to get an absolutely white background for your photos or videos? Does it seem to be too difficult for you? Or maybe you think that only professionals in their studios can achieve such result? But what if I tell you that I'm shooting this video in a very small room, I use just one light source, it is LED ring lamp, and I don't use any special effects or professional programs, but I got this absolutely white background. Are you interested to know how I got it? Then watch this video to the end and don't forget to share it with others.
Absolutely white background is very important when we are embedding some object in any virtual environment. It doesn't matter if we are talking about YouTube, Instagram, or any marketplace. Nothing should distract the viewer's attention from the object in the frame. And imperfection of the background, such as shadows or gradients from the difference in illumination, greatly interferes with this. Of course, various workarounds have already been created. For example, the background can be removed programmatically, but this requires serious skills. Also, you can get a well-lit background as professionals do in studios. Exclude the background from the scene. Move it to a sufficient distance so that it does not affect on an object, does not give a strong reflex, and at the same time illuminate it so strongly that it becomes really white in comparison to the objects in the frame. But in this case, you need to have many light sources, preferably powerful ones, with an identical color temperature. All this requires a fairly large investment, and often it is simply not feasible in a small space. For example, when we need to get a photo of some clothes on a white background, we are faced with a big problem because the ceiling height is not enough to create such a scene, while this type of photo shoot is very common task for online stores.
But I found a solution. It is simple and doesn't require large expenses. As I told earlier, now I'm shooting this video in a very small room. The whole scene takes literally 1 meter in length, and the most distance is taken by the camera. Even though I'm shooting with 50 mm lens, still it is quite wide angle, and as a product photographer I usually work with 100 mm lens, so there the distance between the camera and the object is much longer. So how do I get this completely white background if I use just one light source to illuminate both me and the background?
There are two options. I can put a powerful light in front of me so that it will overexpose the background, but in this case the picture will become overexposed, so it doesn't work. Okay, I can put the light behind me, strongly illuminate the background, put large reflectors in front of me to illuminate myself with them, and yes, my silhouette will be overexposed and I will partially start to blend in with the background. The problem is in the distance. I need a lot of space between me and the background, and I don't have it. So this scheme, when I do the background overexposed, does not work. What can I do to solve these problems?
So it's time to reveal the secret, and the answer is in the material of the background. It must reflect light much stronger than my skin, my clothes, or any other material in the scene does. Have you already guessed? I will give you a hint. Yes, it's simple. I use this reflective fabric as the background. So where can you buy such background? Actually, it doesn't sold yet as a background. So this is my life hack. I bought this fabric on AliExpress. It took me a lot of time to achieve such result. I made a lot of tests, and in order to save your time and your money, I will leave a link in the description of this video to an article on my website where I talk about possible problems and how you can avoid them.
For example, you can also buy a screen for a projector. It can even be sold in your city, but it doesn't reflect light so well, which means that there is no point in spending money on it. There are some other problems, so when you will decide to purchase this fabric for yourself, do not forget to read my article. Or wait for the time when photo brands will pick up the idea with this background and start selling it.
By the way, if you are representing a photo brand and you liked my idea, don't hesitate to write me. I get other ideas and I'm open to cooperation.
It should be noted that this background gives good reflection only when the light is directed strictly perpendicularly to it, which means that all objects in this scene will be illuminated frontally. So if the task is to create some kind of artistic shooting, this scheme will not work. It solves the problem primarily of shooting a large number of goods when you don't want to bother with clipping each of them to remove the background at the post-processing stage.
But if you're a professional and you got more than just one light source, you can get any result you want.
You also need to understand that if you put this background on the table, so the background will be not only behind the object but also under it, then you will not get a perfect result either. The bottom part of the background will not reflect the front light, and if you will try to illuminate it from above, the object will become overexposed. But this problem can be solved by using a transparent table. In this case, the light will go through it and the background will reflect the light. In the next video, I will analyze in more detail the specifics of shooting with a transparent table, as well as show what kind of post-processing I do in a free graphic online editor to achieve the desired result.
So if you like my idea, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, share this video, and I will continue to share my life hacks with you.